the match, pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Takes a trip. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Is the fireball part of their corner game? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Had the radar up and running. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Sandblast! Holds out, down to the wire. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 2 just Shinku Hadouken. Player 2 KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? The jump-in is denied. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Knockdown and player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. They've backed the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. The impact doesn't do anything. Excellent block to shut off the impact. Awesome. Checks with a medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Zones with the fireball. Looking to impress with this super. We have Super Arts on deck. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. The corner throw ends it. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Checks him with a projectile. Did well to get the buff in there. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 with the life lead. Takes a trip. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Throwing on even more pressure with the fireballs. Player 1 chases them down. Next hit will end the round. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? This is a gigantic life lead. How are they going perfect? Takes the round without getting touched. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Q-Top converts the opening impact into a punish counter. Player 2 got smothered that round. They'll need to shake it off and show some more adaptation. Not much life difference. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Looking for a chance. Sandblast! Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 can't use any drive move, experiencing burnout. Here comes the corner pressure. Fires a blast. Throws a fireball. Barely overhead. The super doesn't hit. Wrecks them. The stun. Is it gonna be over? Player 1 can't use any drive move. Gotta play it safe. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Adds a bit of OD spice there. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Sets up with the jump in. Amazing. Checks with a sandblast. Close range projectile. Clubs while they're blinking. Fires a blast. Loads up a buff. Goes all in with the uppercut. Getting up close and turning it right up with the super. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? Ooh, we're not done here. Big drive gauge difference here with little life left. This is it. Check with a sandblast. What a statement with that fireball. These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's gonna take it? Fireball, are you kidding me? Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Sandblast. Jump. Still very early in the round. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Still slugging it out here. What's the play here? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Both players have near empty super art gauges. Whoever can build theirs up first may have a big advantage here. Spends the meter to throw on some massive damage. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Knockdown. Did well to get the buff in there. Okay, creating some space here. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. All right, what's coming up next? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Medium kick hits. Gets the jump in.
Where you go?
You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Gets out of there with the backdown. A quick breather. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. They just won't stop switching sides. Zones with the fireball. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Blossom! Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Turning it right up with a super! Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super! Puts him on a t-shirt with that finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. Jumps? Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Still scrapping for control of the space. Player one, nothing stops this train. Spends the meter. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Turning it right up with the super. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
What's wrong? Get up!
Close quick sets up with the jump in. Oh, combo! Let's go! Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Are you kidding me? Player one clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we... Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Let us begin. Let me have some fun. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Getting a punish counter like that is how you want to start a round. Still slugging it out here. Checks with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Will this decision pay off for them? Limited resources at hand right now. No more drive gauge. Player takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 chases them down. They've been pushed into the wall and KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Medium kick hits. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. A quick breather. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. They can't squander this punish counter chance. The path to a win looks very tough here. And we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. Both sides, forward rush. A real test of nerves here. Medium, what a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. And easy. Who's going to steal this win? Here comes the corner pressure. Player 1 with slick drive gauge control. Is this in the bag? Spend it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Yet nothing stops this train. Puts a bit of stank on that with an overdrive art. Pokes with a kick. Noticeable life lead. An overhead kick out of nowhere. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Barely blocks the jump in. Checks with a medium kick. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Lots of aggression from both sides. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Is the fireball part of their corner game? Burnout is triggered. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they place. How will they utilize KO? Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Gets the jump in. Perfect input, not letting up. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side flip. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Too slow. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Really good. Player 1, the kick hits. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Takes a trip. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Decides to buff up while they can. Trying to read each other here? There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Life lead opens up. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Misses the drive impact. Each hit is so important. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Drive time! The attack is parried. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. All right, what's coming up next? Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. The springs forward with the drive rush.
Too slow.
Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here.
Feeling good?
They must have a game plan here with the critical art on deck. But burnout activates. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. The last round. It's now or never. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Uses the gauge for a super art. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
What's wrong? Get up.
What will they do next? Player one with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Loads up above. Checks with a sandblast. A trade. Now what? Both sides getting ready. Escapes the taps him on the dome. Perfect flash dart. What's next? There's a burnout. What's this Kikuhano gonna do? Tops off the tank and scores the win. Player one